Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Neon. I am here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
And we're going to talk about Doctor Who, Disney's Doctor Who. We're going to talk about Doctor Who on Disney Plus and how we're getting mixed messages here. Russell T Davies, showrunner Russell T Davies, is saying that the suits at Disney and the BBC are very happy with the numbers, but the numbers aren't looking too good. And he also says they're not what he was hoping for. So what's going on here? We're not getting a straight story about what the numbers, the viewership is actually like for Doctor Who. And if Disney was pulling big numbers with this show, like I said in the previous episode, they would be crowing about it. They would have, oh, it's the most watched whatever this week on a Tuesday night on Disney Plus, and it's amazing. And everybody would be bragging about the numbers, but nobody's saying anything. So that tells me it's not as good as they were hoping for, especially with as much as they're spending on this show. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about this. Before we get into it any further, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants. Guys, you get woohoo if you do. Woohoo. Look at that. We're not watching Doctor Who. I don't care.
Nope, it's a boohoo. No, thank you.
It's a boohoo. I watched part of the David Tennant special, and then they dragged him through the mud, and they corrected his pronoun usage, and they belittled him for not being a woman. And I'm like, yeah, I'm out. I'm done. I'm not watching this. Not watching this. But a lot of people tuning out. The numbers are, the overnights are some of the worst ever for the show ever, like in the history of Doctor Who. And they're trying to say, well, the +7 or whatever, those numbers are good. They're not good either. And a lot of people have been pointing that out, but now Russell T Davies is addressing it head on. And he's saying, no, the suits are happy with the numbers.
Oh, and we're getting, our biggest audience is under 30. No, shit, shocker. It's what happens when you make TikTok stuff. TikTok
fodder is what the show is. I mean, musical numbers, like we knew that's what they were going for. You called it before. It's like, oh, they're going to go, super far left with it, and they're going to do musical numbers because that stuff can be, TikTok fodder. Doesn't mean
it's TikTok fodder.
It's TikTok fodder. So let's read this. It's coming from DoctorWhoTV.co.uk, and one of the few websites that still cares about Doctor Who. I think they're the ones that were sounding the alarm when they're worried about the Disneyfication of Doctor Who, and it did happen. And then they tried to say, oh, no, it didn't. No, Russell T Davies said Disney was handing him notes. And then they tried to walk it back. No one
tells him no. So I wish he's the king of double talk.
I think he just doesn't know what to do. I think he probably made a deal with the devil. The devil being a mouse in this case, and he's like, crap, we got to do what they tell us to do. Russell T Davies has admitted that the initial ratings for Series 14 have not met the team's expectations for Doctor Who. However, he says the 28-day figures and metrics from younger viewers are faring much better.
Yeah, okay, so they haven't probably broken down by age, range, demographics, what viewership they were expecting. And so 28, a month out, the young ones are picking up because they're starting to cycle on TikTok.
Probably.
And those numbers are looking better. So when...
In the latest issue of the Radio Times, Davies said, I'm very proud of it. They might not be the ratings we'd love.
Well, that implies that the ratings suck.
We always want higher, but they are building over the 28-day period. Is that the new norm? Because before they're like, oh, just wait, the overnights don't matter, guys. It's the +7. Now it's the +28.
Now it's the +3 years.
That's +3 years, guys. This is a very Disney, you keep moving the goal. This is our 5-day holiday weekend.
Yeah, I know, right?
It's our 14-day weekend. We're going to count. And they did. I forget what movie it was. I think it was Avatar 2.
6 days or something.
Yeah. They were like, between Christmas and New Year's. Well, that's a weekend. That's a weekend now.
Yeah, but they're building up over the 20-day period. Episode 1, Space Babies, is already at 5.6 million. Wait, that's not very good.
That's what they used to get overnight.
I know. So I'm like, how's that a win?
That's not a win.
Getting there.
But where are they at? I want to know the Disney Plus numbers. I want to know if Disney's many, many millions of dollars that they've spent on Doctor Who. And I'll give them props for that. The show looks the best that it's looked since the Matt Smith era. They're spending money on it, clearly. But they're going to look at this and be like, are we getting a return on our investment?
If they were getting great numbers, they'd be bragging about it.
Yes.
That's what Disney does. Even the Acolyte. Oh, they're like, oh my gosh, guys, it's like the top show in 2024.
Yeah.
It's like, really? We got this many views. It's amazing. If they thought they could leverage it for attention and say, oh, look, it's a win somehow, they already would have done it.
Davies highlighted his success in attracting a younger audience to the show. That's
a new dating pool.
Yeah.
That's what they're going for.
I was brought back in to bring in a youthful audience.
Why would you bring an old guy in to bring in a youthful audience?
That's a damn good question.
Some old, touch old guy. Why would you?
It's been massively successful. I don't think so. He also touched on the broader challenges faced by traditional television in capturing younger audiences. The audience no one ever gets are the under 30s. They just don't watch television anymore.
Right. That they're on places like TikTok, which is what they keep gearing it to, which I've been telling you since before the show started.
Yeah. Those figures are astronomical for Doctor Who. It's their top program in that bracket, according to who? The Suits? I mean, according to Disney, according to who?
But they've been saying it's hard to capture these people because they don't watch TV anymore. So there's a top program. Are they actually watching the show? Or are they watching clips of it someplace else?
That's what I'm wondering. Because I remember a few years ago when they had the One Comic Convention. And what they did is they took all the...
Oh, yes.
They took all the...
It was the New York Comic Con, wasn't it?
Was it New York Comic Con?
I think it was New York Comic Con. Maybe it was... I want to say it was New York Comic Con, but I could be wrong.
Anyway, one of the comic conventions, people were pointing out that
Maybe it was San Diego. I don't remember.
I think it was San Diego. They were pointing out that there wasn't a lot of engagement with the virtual panels.
Oh, yeah, they were bad. People talking about the virtual panels were getting more views than the virtual panels.
And they started including those numbers. Anybody talking about the virtual panels, they were included in the numbers. They get included in the engagement.
Yes.
So I could totally see them being like, oh yeah, well here's a 30-second clip of a musical number from Doctor Who on TikTok that got 1 million views. So that's another 1 million views we're going to throw on.
Yeah, they probably would. It wouldn't surprise me if they did that.
Because that is a very Disney thing. You basically, it's all about making the numbers look the best.
It's all about how you can make it look good. Yes.
I never thought this was possible, to be honest, but according to the people who juggle the numbers.
Juggle. What an interesting way to say that. Not according to people who track the numbers, according to people who juggle the numbers. Yeah, I think you got that one. It's a little Freudian there, but I think you nailed it.
All targets have been reached and exceeded. The BBC are running around like mad things.
Wait, all targets have been reached. He's got on saying the numbers were not what they thought they should be. They weren't great except for the under 30 crowd. We don't know how they're determining that. It takes 28 days for the numbers to even start to pick up. But the bean counters at Disney are juggling it to it looks good. Or
it could be the BBC. It could be the BBC juggling the numbers to make a case for Disney bankrolling another season of it, which they still don't know if they're going to do more. I mean, I'm just going to assume at this point they probably are. I don't think it's going to have the same budget, though. Just a hunch I have, because like Doctor Who goes up, and like you could see in the Jodie Whittaker era that they were not spending nearly as much money on Doctor Who as they were.
I'm just going to point out there's a missed opportunity here for a hidden Mickey. Unless you count that circle, the big circle. Yeah. It looks like there might be a hidden Mickey in the big circle. But, above it, the two little white lights.
It looks like surprised Cyberman eyes, and then you go in through the mouth.
That looks like a butthole, which is
very
fitting.
Yes.
Look at it. It looks like a butthole. It's even pink.
This could be the taint. The TARDIS could be the taint, and then you've got the balls.
Look,
and then
I'm telling you that. Does not look like a butthole.
It does look like a butthole.
Okay, but back to the hidden Mickey. See,
the sphincter of space and time.
The space sphincter.
That sounds like an episode.
That's Davies' nickname. Space sphincter.
Oh, no. That sounds like a Moffat episode. Because he had dinosaurs on the spaceship. So we've got, sphincter in space.
You keep saying
I can't say it.
Sphincter in space. Like pigs in space.
Yeah.
Sphincter in space.
Yes.
It's a hot dog.
Galactic ass.
Sphincters. And
it's like it's the biggest black hole in the galaxy. And we're going to take the TARDIS straight into it.
The other biggest black hole in the galaxy is Davies' ego.
Yeah, he's changed. Look, maybe he hasn't. To be honest, we didn't have as much social media back then, so it's very possible that none of these people have changed. They've always been this way. We were just blissfully unaware. Mm-hmm. That's possible. But I wanted to like the show. I wanted to. I actually did. I was like, okay, Davies is coming back, Tennant's coming back, and I'll give Ncuti Gatwa a chance because Davies brought Doctor Who back before. But I'm like, yeah, you're not starting off on the right foot here. You trash Tennant's Doctor, and then you go into musical numbers. And then
no,
It's like everything I hate, it's just like, I don't even like, I
don't mind it once in a while if it makes sense. Like, I mean, Doctor Who, you might be able to get away with it because they're like a planet or some kind of weird flux that causes it for one episode. But it's like, you know what I mean? You can't keep that going for more than one. They've already done it in multiple. It's
they keep doing it in every show, though. Same with Star Trek. I was watching Strange New Worlds. I was watching it. I was like, okay, Picard season 3 kind of got me back a little bit. I'm going to watch Strange New Worlds. And I'm like, okay, this isn't bad. I like the guy who plays Pike. It's the guy who was in Humans, was Anson Mount. I liked him. I thought he was good as Pike. And I'm like, yeah, this isn't too bad. It's kind of, Then they put a freaking musical episode in. I'm like, stop with the musicals in the science fiction. It's stupid. It's cringy. It doesn't make any damn sense. When I was a kid, the worst episode of Transformers, and I still remember being angry as a child, was Carnage in C minor, where the Decepticons go to a planet where everybody is singing every damn line. And they had Soundwave there.
Oh, so it's basically what happened in the Marvels.
Yeah.
One planet, they sing everything.
Oh my God, I was angry. I was literally angry. I'm like, I hate musicals. Why are you turning Transformers into a musical? What kind of dog shit is this episode? And then, like, every time they'd rerun it, I'd turn it off. I'm like, this is the one with the singing. I'm not doing this one.
See, I like musicals. I've been in many, and I still think it's stupid.
It's stupid.
There's a time and a place for it. This is not that.
This is not it.
Like I said, you can get away with it, like if it fits the story for one episode, but they keep pushing it.
So anyway, the audience not happy. And
it's just review bombing. Let me guess.
It's review bombing, everybody. That's just the bigots. It's the bigots. All the bigots. Jeanette, you bigot. Pete, bigot. Blank space, bigot. Couldn't even sign your name, you bigot. Oh, wait, no. You gave it 4 stars. You're okay. You're one of the good people. I'm sure you just forgot to sign your name. Chocolate Tea, you're a bigot, too. And James D gave it a go. Okay, you get past there. Zativan C. Bigots everywhere.
I know, right?
All those bigots. So let's go to this Reddit thread. This is Gallifrey. It's very hard to be a fan of any of these franchises anymore. Like, seriously, I did it, talking about the Acolyte. We'll talk about more today, but like, I don't care. I don't care how bad you fuck these shows up. I'm not coming. I don't care. I really don't care. I talk about it because it's just like, this is a no-brainer. Like, you guys are leaving money on the table. You want to chase these new audiences, and you're basically telling the old audience with the deep pockets to go fuck themselves.
That's okay. They're going for the ones who like free stuff on TikTok.
Free shit on TikTok. Congratulations. They're not going to buy your merch, right? So yeah, they talked about it. So this person puts his quotes, and they're talking about the 28-day period and how they're just knocking it out of the park. And Starseeker here says, all targets have been reached and exceeded is quite different from might not be the ratings we'd love.
Exactly.
And this person says, I think RTD was shooting for the moon and hoping for 2008 numbers, which is woefully unrealistic. No, but 2014 numbers are pretty realistic. 2017 numbers are pretty realistic. Doctor Who has been in decline ever since the last season of Capaldi. Mm-hmm. Like, it has, and I understand. I mean, and look, they got rid of, my understanding is they got rid of Capaldi because the numbers were slipping. They're like, we got to push him out of the TARDIS. Like, he was going to stay forever. And honestly, if they had better stories, I would have loved that he stayed forever. I'd freaking love Peter Capaldi. Like, I loved him. He was so good. The show wasn't that good though, but he was good. But they pushed him out to put Whitaker in because they thought that was going to get the female demographic. That was going to get the younger audience.
Well, now they're not even after that. Now they're after he's under 30, whatever. And then they're complaining if anybody says, well, you're just a racist because you want a white woman. It's like that. So they're just fighting each other on top of it. Yeah.
This person says it's possible to have low targets and high expectations. Basically, what's the floor? Okay, well, if we hit at least, 2 million an episode, that's good. But it's not great. Disney might look at that and be like, okay, this is like breaking even on a movie. It's like, oh, congratulations. You made $0 in profit. And we spent how many years working on this movie and how much blood, sweat, and tears, and we just broke even. It's not going to work for us, guys. It's not going to work for us.
They're all trying to make excuses for it. It's like, shoot for the moon, but then if you end up in Earth's orbit, it's still good. It's like streaming numbers have profitability might be different. And it's like, yeah, no. Maybe also wow.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of in these fandoms. There's a lot of soothing going on. And look, if you like the show, that's fine. I said before, same with Star Wars. You like Disney Star Wars, that's fantastic. I'm just telling you that what is going on is you're pushing away the old audiences. It's being reflected in the numbers. And 5.6 in a month is not good when Doctor Who used to do more than that in an overnight.
Yeah. I like this next post, though, because I think he's actually right. And I think this is true. So people are going to have a lot of fun cherry picking this to prove their personal truth, which I agree.
Yeah. So
I'm very proud of it. You know, they might not be the ratings we love. We're doomed. We're building over a 28-day period. We're saved. No one ever gets the under 30. They don't watch television anymore. We're doomed. It's our top program in the bracket. We're saved. And I agree. I think it's you know.
Yeah. This person says the show's future after 2025 is still up in the air. We're doomed.
And well, he's confident. He's already writing scripts. Well, just because you're writing scripts doesn't mean you're confident it's going to get renewed.
No, you're hoping it's going to get renewed. And it probably will. I'm going to be honest, it probably will. Will Shuigatwa be in the TARDIS then? I don't know. You know, I mean, everybody.
Do I think Disney's going to be paying for it?
No. I don't think Disney's going to be paying for it. I think. And he has said before, Russell T Davies has said that he's not sure how long Doctor Who can go on without a Disney coming in and bankrolling it, because it's a very expensive show, and the BBC with the whole license situation, they're not going to be making the money they're making before. Now, it is possible that he could do this and another company like Amazon could come along and say, hey, yeah, we want to pick up Doctor Who, or Netflix could pick up Doctor Who. And it could actually get worse. But yeah. Who knows? But just saying, the numbers are not that great.
He's even admitting the numbers aren't that great.
Yeah. Like, oh yeah, we're happy with it. Yeah, it wasn't the worst case scenario.
But it wasn't what we really hoped for. But that's still great. The people that are juggling the numbers. I mean.
Yeah. Massaging the data.
I think juggling the numbers is a very apt way to put it.
I think so. Especially when you're dealing with corporations that are trying desperately to, middle management is trying desperately to show their bosses that they're not just burning hundreds of millions of dollars.
Yeah.
So everybody's trying to save their own jobs. Are we going to wrap this up?
Yep.
All right. Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants. We'll talk later.
Bye.